I'm going to talk about some SEC news. They are going to begin their review of the Kryptoin Bitcoin ETF application. So the SEC has not been particularly favorable towards ETFs in the past, as we know. Meanwhile, Canada is like approving, I think they're onto their fourth, and you've got all kinds of things. I see you very happy about that, Jen. So the Kryptoin Bitcoin ETF Trust is the investment advisory filed with CBOE. I never know how to pronounce that. CBOE Exchange.
CBOE.
How do you pronounce that guy? It's just CBOE. All right. CBOE. So Kryptoin actually previously filed for an ETF, and this was in 2019. They failed to get the green light. We'll see if this one is any different, but there is a set period of time that the SEC can respond. So I'm going to throw this to the group. Zach, what are your thoughts? Are we going to get this thing approved finally? Are we going to start to match Canada and all the great things they're doing there?
I don't know. It's hard to keep up with how great Canada is. I don't know. I don't know if we're ever going to get there here in the southern portion of the northern America. But yeah, so this is the third one that's officially under consideration. There's like 8 months for them to figure it all out. I don't know. I mean, I think generally speaking, things are trending toward a Bitcoin ETF being approved. There is demand for this type of vehicle for people to invest indirectly in these cryptocurrency markets. Canada has taken the lead on Bitcoin ETFs, on Ether ETFs. There's certainly plenty of exchange-traded products on European markets that give access to Bitcoin. There was one yesterday for a Cardano, and a Stellar ETP was launched on the Swiss Stock Exchange. So the buttoning up of these investment vehicles around cryptocurrencies are coming to markets around the world. Whether or not the U.S. is going to hop on that is still a very open question. Of course, this comes at a time when there's a new SEC chair. Jay Clayton was able to sort of run out the clock and go on his way without having to rule definitively on this question. So if Gary Gensler wants to take it on, it will be his cross to bear. So it could happen. It could not. It could not. But certainly there are three that are being reviewed. There are multiple others that are active, and it's going to be really, really interesting to see which one of these finally gets across the finish line in the U.S.
Yeah, I'll pick it up
Will,
there.
I saw you.
Yeah, just a quick note, Zach. The U.S. is like in the third portion, like we're in the middle of
I totally. No offense to Central America. No offense to Mexico and other Latin American countries. That was my bad.
Bad take from Pennsylvania over there. I think it is interesting when we look at the top of the hour. We're talking about Bitcoin price action, and a lot of people have been kind of looking at the Coinbase listing as one kind of catalyst for the price going up. And other people were also looking at these ETFs that they're expecting to be filed over the year to have some sort of effect, at least on the price of Bitcoin. The thing is, which way is it going to go? Because when you add an ETF to the market, you're adding more buyers to the market, but you're also making Bitcoin more liquid. So there's ability for the price to kind of go either way. I think a lot of people are expecting a ruling on this to, like, an ETF to be approved by the end of the year. Most people I've talked with have said that and kind of put that on the record. But we have seen, like, historically, a lot of these just get slapped down, like Zach was saying. And the period for reviewing it is only like 75 days. So we're in that period now. And in 3 months from now, at least, we'll at least have a kind of a clue what a good ETF application looks like and what the SEC is looking for at this stage in the game.
It's not often we have things up here in Canada before the States. And so can we briefly talk through that history? What's the holdup been?
That's a great question.
That is the ETF size question.
Venmo.
They don't even have
Venmo, but we have 4 ETFs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
the U.S. government.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Zach.
The SEC has stated their concerns over the years, chief among them the ability for these markets to be manipulated in a way that is distinct from other markets that are traded through exchange-traded vehicles. So that has been a big concern of Jay Clayton. I remember we were covering it back in late 2018, and all the way up until now, that's been one of the stated objections.
And they're absolutely right, because
I'm just stating the record.
I just want to add, manipulation. It's so lucky that there's no manipulation in any of the other markets by Wall Street. They're completely safe. Thank you, SEC, for protecting us.
Love a good Naomi rant. Okay, I'm taking us to the next story.
We talked about Canada today.